SleepLIVE.
Hello everyone, Sleep here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're here to talk about Guilty Gear Strive, my opinions on the game, the current state of the game, and what I'm looking forward to from Season 3, since it was just announced at EVO 2023. For my average viewer and people who aren't aware, Guilty Gear is a fighting game series that is very widely known within the fighting game community, mostly known for its mechanics with the RC system, and the generally super well designed characters and interesting movesets that the series brings to the table. On top of that, Guilty Gear Strive is just probably the best fighting game ever in terms of visual design. The game is absolutely drop dead gorgeous, and it has some of the greatest just effects and everything. It's the best looking anime fighter game in my opinion, and it just, oh my god, the supers are super well animated, they like drop frame rates, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's something that I would recommend like any animation student to really study, because Jesus Christ, the animation in this game is next level. Like, this is stuff that needs to be like standard with like 3D anime movies. I'd say this shit looks better than a lot of the shows coming out that are trying to do like the 3D anime stuff. But visuals aside, let's talk about the state of the game and how I'm personally feeling about Guilty Gear, since I'm getting back into it since I was kind of just on and off of the game, and I've decided I'm just going to commit to the game, even if I'm maining a low tier like BEDMAN. For context, I've been kind of on and off of the game. I enjoy a lot of the game's systems, and I disagree with some of the systems, but the game overall I think is in a really healthy state, and I think it's generally just a really great competitive fighter. My problem has just been I haven't had a character that I've really stuck with. I really was excited for BEDMAN to be brought over to Strive, since I think he's really fun in Yunkjardd, and he has some problems, but I've gotten to the point where I've played like Asuka, and like he's a good character and all, but I just feel like I don't have as much fun as I do with BEDMAN in this game. Even despite the fact that the character has like the worst frame data in the game and is probably the worst character in the game, I'll stick with him. They'll buff him eventually, and until then I'll just have time to learn all the characters and how to fight them, since, well, I've been kind of brain dead through the entire game. Like when I was talking about me playing on and off, I was playing on and off as Mei, and not really learning the game, and like not really taking into consideration what the other characters were doing. So like when I had to block stuff, it's like, oh, I'll just take a little bit and I'll be able to fight back with my dumb Mei shit and basically win the match through that. Which it worked almost. I almost got the fucking floor 10 with that, but I want to actually put time into the game to actually learn what characters are doing and possibly take the game a little more seriously. Like, I'm considering going to tournaments and stuff. Like, EVO kind of got me hyped up, and just generally playing BEDMAN and like learning all these characters and how they function on like a defensive level has just made me appreciate the game on just an overall basis. But enough about like my personal journey getting to this point to Guilty Gear. I want to talk about how I feel about the game currently, because I do think there's a lot of good, but there is a little bit of bad I'd like to talk about, such as the servers. There's been a lot of problems with the game online, such as the fact that there's this hacker that's going around that's just fucking with top players and players in general, making it basically unplayable for people. It's really obnoxious, and it just makes people not want to play the game, and that's really bad, because if you aren't having top players and just that general coverage of your game when new stuff like a new season comes out, it's going to make it so people aren't going to be interested in your game. They're going to be like, oh, season 3 came out? I didn't know, nobody was posting about it, which is a huge detriment to the game's overall health. If they could please just fix this hacker issue and make it so people can actually play the game, that'd be great. Also, another thing I'd love to see is just an overall overhaul to the ranking system. Like, I don't think the tower system is really great right now. It was really good at the beginning when everyone was kind of like playing the game and there was a lot more people that were newer to the game. But now there's more of a disparity between like people who are new to the game and people who are like at the top of playing. And the fact that everyone's kind of just like in this really weird like system that kind of gaps people, it's kind of a useless system, and it makes kind of the tower just a really awful way to play the game. Like, playing in a quick start takes you minutes to get a match, and it's really awful. Compare this with other newer fighting games like Street Fighter, which takes like mere seconds to get a match, and you could immediately see the issue here. But enough about the negative of the game, let's talk about the future and some of the positives and like what I'm looking forward to. Right now, I absolutely think the game is in a really great place with balance. I think there's like one character I would like to see nerfed in the game, and that's being Happy Chaos. That character is absolutely dominating the meta, and even after getting nerfed, the character won another EVO back to back. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. I think some kind of system change with the character, like making it so he can't like reload as quickly or something, or if he has some kind of cooldown on his guns so he could like not have access to the gun as much, it would probably just make the character a better and more healthy character for the overall, like, balance of the game. But besides that, I don't think any other characters, like, really need nerfs. Like, I don't really think, like, Nago and, like, Mei are, like, the worst top tiers to deal with and are absolutely ruining the game. Like, no, they're perfectly fine. I do think they can maybe be nerfed a little bit, but I don't think I would be, like, mad if they didn't get touched at all. But characters I would be mad if they didn't touch at all would be, like, BEDMAN and Sin. Why the fuck did they release these characters in the state they are now? Those characters basically just don't work right now. I love how BEDMAN plays. I love his concept. I love the way he's, like, uses his air state and stuff. But why the fuck do certain things work the way they do in this fucking game? Like, take this situation for example. If I'm BEDMAN and I break someone through the wall, why should I lose my air state move that I had beforehand? Why am I not able to have a hard knockdown situation with an additional air state thing? I'm the one who's an advantage. I'm the one who broke someone through the wall. Why am I not getting, like, the benefits of that? Why am I only getting, like, a meter bonus, an attack bonus, and whatever? Why am I only getting that benefit? Why am I losing a tool for breaking someone through the wall? That's just stupid. If you're gonna design a character around completing one step so they can get another tool, why the fuck would you remove the tool when the character is an advantage? Another thing I want to bitch about with this character is the hitboxes. There's moves this fucker throws out that I feel like just should be disjoints that they aren't. Why the hell does Ramlethal get this crazy ass disjoint, but my slash can't be a little more disjointed? Like, that's a little ridiculous. Also, I need to ask the developers, what's the point of giving this character an 8-way air dash if he's just gonna get 6 speed by everything anyway? Like, I feel like the entire point of, like, giving me all these, like, options in the air would be so I can, like, avoid stuff in the air and have more options than other characters in the air. What's the point of me going into a hover state if someone could just 6p any kind of option I'm trying to do? Will there be defensive or offensive? It's really stupid. I could rant about this character all day, but, like, I'm not gonna. There's so many, like, issues with this character, and don't even get me started on Sin. That dude, his pull, why the fuck is that, like, what's the hitbox of that? Why'd they do that to him? He's a mess too. Please fix him. I think everyone else is mostly fine. I'd like to see the new moves and stuff because, like, some characters are just playing the same as they did like 2 years ago, and I'd like to see something to spice it up a little bit. But besides that, like, I think everything's fine in terms of balance. Let's talk about the last little thing with season 3, like what kind of shit I'd like to see. Obviously they've announced that they're going to give everyone new moves, which I've already kind of addressed. I'm really excited to see because it hopefully spices up the game plan of some of these characters who've mostly played the same for the past few years. But I'm also really looking forward to the new characters. Johnny's a really cool inclusion, and despite me not really looking forward to blocking this character, I'm really excited to see some of the new inclusions that they would add to this game. I'd be really interested to see how they, like, redesign Abba, since they kind of did, like, this weird, like, complete redesign with Testament, and Abba, I think, has a lot of potential for a moveset on, like, a visual aspect. Other characters I like to see in this game, I think Slayer was kind of just built for Strive. If they just port that character over from Yunkjardd, remove his dumb backdash cancel, and just put him in the game, I think he would fit in perfectly fine with everyone else. There's also characters like Coom, and maybe even some of the characters from, like, the Guilty Gear 1 game I don't remember the name of. That isn't, like, quite a fighting game. It's, like, this weird MMO game. Maybe have some characters from there and give them, like, brand new movesets. Like, I love the new characters that they introduced in Strive. I like the fact that they actually took risks with some of the DLC and, like, made these brand new, completely from the ground up characters. It was sick. But aside from that, I don't have any more input to really put out there. I really enjoyed this game, and I'm just looking forward to the future of it. I'd like to thank you guys a lot for just hopping on by and listening to me, like, rant about Guilty Gear for a bit. I'm just super passionate about fighting games, and I'm just really looking forward to just covering more stuff I'm interested in on this channel. And if you'd like something more in this kind of format where I just kind of, like, off the cuff, like, rant about something for a bit, I'd love to do it again. So yeah, thank you guys for hopping on by. This has been Sleep, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out the channel and just helps me grow as a content creator. But until next time, this has been SleepLIVE, and I hope you guys take care. Bye bye.